Hello everybody and welcome to my brand new YouTube series of a daily gaming tip. Now I'm sure you can probably imagine what's going to happen. Every day I will be releasing a new gaming tip. Now these will range for all sorts of games from Star Wars Battlefront 2 to Rocket League to League, Call of Duty, you name it, I will be looking to give a tip on it. Now some of these might be very game specific like the one today is, or some of them might be a lot more general which can be used for several different games if not all of them. But hopefully there should be something for everyone. Okay then, so moving into today's tip, we're going to be looking at Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, this game has been out for a long time, so I'm sure a lot of people have read up on tips, but recently there was the final update and it is in everyone's mind, so I thought it would be a good game to start off in this series. So the tip for today is dodging/rolling. It's something that I see a lot of players not really take full advantage of. Being myself as a PC gamer, this is what I'm basing it on. And it's definitely a mechanic in the game which, if used right, can definitely get a lot of benefit to the player. So first and foremost, let's look at the mechanic itself and how you can perform the dodge. So on PlayStation, you'll need to hold circle, on Xbox you need to hold B, and on PC you need to press Alt, all whilst moving your character in the direction that you wish to dodge. Now the important thing to note here that is on PlayStation and on Xbox, if you only tap the button, you'll crouch. PC, you don't have this problem where control is the actual crouch button. So now you know how to perform the dodge. It's all about using it in the correct moment. So dodge is best used when it is allowing you to change direction to get behind cover. So this could be in a gunfight where you quickly want to get a few shots off and duck behind cover. Then pop out and pop back in, or it can be used very well against heroes. Now heroes, as we all know and as part of the game is that they're pretty overpowered compared to the average assault class, but you can get away with some particular scenarios where if you dodge correctly you can dodge their abilities and therefore mitigate the damage that they're putting out. Now, using a dodge isn't restricted to the classes that you start off the game with. It can also be used very effectively by the heroes, and some people would argue that the dodge mechanic itself is more effective than any abilities that the heroes have. Some people might argue that the Darth Vader throwing the lightsaber is slightly more overpowered, but the dodge cannot be underestimated. It's a great way of dodging damage, which is obviously important as a hero because you want to survive the game as long as you can, but it's also important in defeating the opposition heroes when you come to battle them. So you're in a fight against the hero, you're dodging bullets from the other enemy classes, you're trying to dodge lightsaber attacks and block parry them. But what's also important in a fight is also dodging so that you change the angle of attack. So if they're constantly blocking and rolling, then if you dodge and then attack from a slightly different angle, you're much more likely to deal damage. And this is obviously key in winning the hero battles. Using the dodge mechanic in Star Wars Battlefront 2 is very similar to how sliding works in Call of Duty Warzone. If you're ever in a 1v1 against someone, then obviously if you can utilise the slide mechanic in Call of Duty or the dodge ability in Star Wars Battlefront 2, you're much more likely to win the 1v1. Now this all just comes from purely how any game mechanic works. The more you're moving around their sites, the more you're able to dodge the damage, and the higher damage you're able to output is obviously going to lead to a victory. So there we have it then, there's my first daily tip for Star Wars Battlefront 2. We'll be looking at all sorts of different games going forward and hopefully you can join me. If you do want to join me then feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you have any ideas for what other tips you want to see or games you want to see then feel free to let me know in the comments.